On a cool, occasionally rainy and windy afternoon of racing, records were broken, as were hearts, as eras ended and new ones began. While Antron Brown, Top Fuel, Matco Tools, Army Don Schumacher Racing Dragster, and Eric A. Stevens, Pro Stock, Elite Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro, secured their championships in the penultimate race on Halloween weekend at Las Vegas, two truly tight title fights continued to the last of 24 races in the season. Would funny car belong to 2011 Top Fuel champ Del Worsham in his Toyota Camry or to 2012 funny car title holder Jack Beckman's Dodge Charger RT? It looked to be a fight to the finish, and nearly was. Beckman's teammate Tommy Johnson Jr. was in the mix as well, albeit 96 points back as the day began, where Beckman lagged Worsham, the hottest hand in the six-race countdown to the championship battle, by 36 points. Worsham hangs on to funny car title with the weather change from warmer Friday and Saturday qualifications. This was a day when records could fall, and indeed they did. Beckman, Johnson Jr. and fellow Don Schumacher Racing driver Ron Capps, the No. 1 qualifier, all lowered the national ET during the first couple of rounds, with Beckman securing the mark at 3.884 seconds in his second round romp over Cruz Pedregon. That brought up a semi-final meeting between Worsham and Beckman, who had closed the gap to 16 points, for a winner-take-all race down the 1,000-foot drag strip. The day, and the year, belonged to Worsham, whose 3.928 seconds pass easily outdistanced Beckman's 4.088 and left the Infinite Hero Dodge Charger RT in second place by the time the day was done. "I am not going to tell you this was like any other race," Worsham said afterwards, "because it wasn't. I know the points are the same as the first round at Charlotte, which began the six-race countdown to the championship, but the circumstances here were much greater." In the countdown, Del Worsham won 4 of the 6 races. The DHL Toyota Camry still bears the name of the late Scott Kalita, and Worsham understands the gravity of driving for Scott's father Connie Kalita and the whole 4-car Kalita team of 2 dragsters and 2 funny car entries. "We are racing for Scott, Connie and the entire Kalita Motorsports family, who traditionally hold a mosh pit at the start line when they are victorious. It was a huge one last night. It felt like it was 25 years ago, and I was making my first run. It is an amazing feeling," Worsham exclaimed after taking the title. With Beckman disposed, Worsham went into the finals against Johnson Jr. and doubled up in the process, winning the race along with his second title, his 4th race at Pomona, and becoming only the 3rd driver in NHRA's illustrious history to win championships in both Top Fuel and Funny Car. He joins Kenny Bernstein and Gary Scelzi in achieving this accomplishment. Heinz earns another Pro Stock motorcycle crown in Pro Stock Motorcycle. The battle was equally furious between the Harley-Davidson Screamin' Eagle V-Rods of reigning champ Andrew Heinz, his teammate Eddie Kravik and upstart Jerry Savoy's Suzuki. As race day began, Heinz led the threesome with Savoy nipping at his heels and holding the number 1 position in the field of 16 riders, 38 in arrears. Kravik was 3rd, 83 behind his teammate. Heinz produced a 5th championship, and 2nd consecutive, on Sunday night when he beat Hector Arena Jr. in the quarterfinals, and as Kravik disposed of Savoy, who had a mechanical problem with his motorcycle in the same round. The two Vance. As he became NHRA's youngest 5-time title holder at 32, Heinz gave full credit to the Vance. "My outstanding Harley-Davidson team did a great job of keeping me focused and keeping the pressure off me this weekend. Having 5 championships is pretty awesome," he said as his son Declan played with the champion's hat, his father's race bike and anything else he could find. "Each one of my championships has been a unique experience. This is a really competitive class right now and we struggled in the middle of the season," Heinz admitted. "This is our team's reward for all the late nights and hard work it took to get us back out front. This Harley team rises to the occasion every time. Heinz and brother Matt are the architects of the current Screamin' Eagle motorcycle, so he's had quite a few late nights of his own." Top Fuel. In Top Fuel, with the title already decided, the finals came down to 2015 champ Antron Brown against his newest teammate, local California driver Sean Langdon. Langdon started the season with Alan Johnson Racing, but that squad closed its doors for the season, but hopefully not forever, after the regular season ended at Indianapolis Labor Day weekend. Johnson allowed rival Don Schumacher Racing, who needed a driver for their red fuel dragster following the dismissal of Spencer Massey, to put Langdon in the car. That put Langdon in a very unusual situation, coming to the season finale with a different team than he started the year working with. The result, though, was the same. The 2013 Top Fuel champ bookended his year by winning the first and last races of the season, beating Brown to the stripe in a true drag race. Langdon ran 3.715 to Brown's 3.732, coming from 11th in the field of 16 to vanquish the number 1 qualifier and newest champion. It took a while for Langdon to get comfortable in the closed canopy dragster campaigned by DSR. It's unlike anything he'd ever driven before now. Starting with the DSR team as it entered the countdown in Charlotte, he had to learn an entirely new car and engine combination, get comfortable with his new crew led by Phil Schuler and Todd Okahara, and drive competitively. He certainly found his way in Pomona, close to where he grew up in Mira Loma. "I love this track," Langdon said after earning his 11th career win in Top Fuel. "It has always had a special place in my heart. I was always out here watching my heroes race." Pro Stock. The carbureted Pro Stock era ended on Sunday evening as the factory hot rods convert to electronic fuel injection for the 2016 season. The final win using carburetors went to Alan Johnson's Dodge Dart as NHRA's 2012 category champion beat the Chevrolet Camaro with Vincent Nobile in the finals. All day long, Johnson used a better reaction time on the Christmas tree to win his rounds, including the finals, never quite hitting the setup spot on his Johnson. "We struggled during the countdown," Johnson explained. In the 6-race playoff, he rarely won more than a round or two at each race, but there was a reason. "Right before the final tonight, we discovered that a torsion bar was bent. We fixed that and the car went straight down the track." It's not certain whether Johnson will be back in 2016. His father and engine wizard Roy Johnson had back surgery this fall and, as he told me in Las Vegas, "I've lived my dream for 20 years, it's time for Alan to live his dream." The Dodge Dart wore a "thank you" rap dedicated to Mopar, who have backed this operation for all of those 20 years. Celebrations went on into the evening after the season finale, and the NHRA family gathers in Hollywood Monday night to toast its champions. There's not that much time before the new season begins at Pomona, less than 90 days, and everyone in the paddock is already hard at work trying to find new ways to topple this year's 4 champions.